Life didn't return. It surpassed, not loudly, not suddenly, but steadily, year after year, until the fear that once ruled their days became a distant memory. They owned a house again, not rented, not temporary. Their name was on the papers. 2 cars in the driveway, mortgage current, no collection calls, no envelopes that made Naomi pause before opening them. Dinner on the stove, lights on, savings growing, peace, the quiet kind you only recognize after living without it. The children were no longer who they had been during those 30 days. The youngest, once clinging to teddy bears, now rode bicycles down the street. The teens talked about careers instead of survival. And the oldest finished university, slower than planned, but walked across that stage anyway. Naomi stood in the crowd, watching and crying harder than she meant to. Marcus squeezed her hand. "We did it," he whispered. She shook her head gently. "We lived?" Marcus didn't stay where he was either. The warehouse job became supervisory, then managerial, then a corner office with a window, not flashy but respected. The kind of role earned slowly, the kind built on showing up every day, even when life was heavy. Years passed, and then the mail arrived, thick envelope, government seal, not urgent and not threatening, just official. Naomi opened it at the kitchen counter while sunlight spilled across clean floors. Inside, a formal apology, public, documented, permanent, acknowledging fabricated evidence, attempted scapegoating, manipulated records. Her name, printed clearly, followed by one word, cleared. Attached to it was something unexpected, an invitation to head a newly funded foundation for people wrongfully accused of financial crimes, a national initiative, legal aid, investigations, advocacy, protection for people without power. Naomi sat down slowly. Marcus read over her shoulder. "They want you to lead it. They want me to stop this from happening to someone else." The compensation came weeks later. Substantial, not needed. Their debts were gone, their bills were paid, their future already secure. The money didn't rescue them, it confirmed them. Naomi earmarked most of it for the foundation. Research teams, legal fees, outreach. She called it justice redirected. In one rainy afternoon, not long after, she was in her car driving but had stopped at traffic light. Then she saw him, across a wide street, a man standing under a broken awning. Older now, grayer, but unmistakable. The colleague who had added her name to the downsizing list, the one who had quietly pulled her out of the blast zone. Their eyes met. Rain fell between them. Cars passed, crowds moved. There was no time, no way across, no phone, no pause in traffic. He lifted a hand, tentatively. Naomi froze, then raised hers too. A single wave, across years, across everything. Then the traffic light changed. He disappeared into the crowd. She never saw him again. But she whispered thank you anyway. To him, to God, to timing, to mercy disguised as disaster. That night, she told Marcus. He listened quietly. "Maybe he was sent," he said. Naomi nodded. "I think he was." She accepted the role as head of the foundation, traveled, spoke, sat with families in small rooms the way she once had, read files with shaking hands, stood between ordinary people and systems too large to notice them. She knew the look in their eyes, the waiting, the fear, the silence, and she never forgot it. Years later, the foundation had offices in multiple cities. Cases reopened, names cleared, fathers returned home, mothers restored, young people freed before courtrooms could swallow them. Naomi didn't chase recognition. She chased records, truth, paper trails, the quiet work that saves lives before headlines ever form. She stood once at a podium and said, "I didn't choose this work. Life chose it for me. When everything collapsed, I thought I was being punished. Now I understand. I was being trained." Back home, the house was warm. Marcus cooked. The kids, grown now, argued about politics and careers around the table. Laughter bounced off walls they owned. Naomi watched and smiled. Some crises come to break you. Others come to aim you. Part 4 isn't about what she gained. It's about what she became. Because sometimes, the darkest season of your life is preparing you to protect someone else's future. Thank you for staying with us through the whole journey. If you want more stories like this, subscribe, like, and share. This story could be the encouragement someone has been waiting for.